Hi, Green Glamourista here. I'm back to talk to you about another glam-related subject, fashion. After thousands of years in existence, hardly anything is new. Fashion is cyclical, so trends will always come back around. Not that we always want them to. In any case, I've had garments in my closet for 10 plus years thanks to my laundering method. Give your clothes the spa treatment and opt for a wash bag that specifically blocks microplastics. Also, always wash on delicate cycle. This is especially important for your synthetics. Why? Because we care about the ocean, and 35% of all microplastics in the ocean come from our laundry. If you don't believe me, just take a peek at your lint tray. All those fibers are ghosts of outfits past. And the same thing happens when you wash your clothes, except that debris ends up going down the drain with your water. Want to take it a step further? You could also consider switching to detergent sheets. These sheets come plastic-free and without adding harmful chemicals to our waterways. And for the finishing touch, try drying your clothes the old-fashioned way. Not only will this save on electricity, but you're also going to preserve your clothes and keep them looking runway ready for a lot longer. I know some things just require a dryer, like your towels and your linens. Dryer balls are another amazing swap for dryer sheets. Not only will you be eliminating some more waste, but also these help cut drying time in half, so you'll also be saving on your electricity bill. We need to let go of the idea that you can only wear something one time. I bought this Roberto Cavalli dress for a wedding ages ago, and it gives major Marie Antoinette vibes. I love it so much, and it was expensive AF. There was no way I was only gonna wear it one time. To date, I've probably worn it at least half a dozen times, and I still plan on wearing it more. Simply by styling it with different accessories or maybe adding a different jacket, you can easily make what was old brand new again. Repurposing clothing that has been torn or stained is another easy fix to help avoid contribution to landfills. If you got a rip in your dress, turn it into a top. And if you got a stubborn stain, you can always dye it a darker color, or you can opt to cover it up with a cute patch or brooch. So please, before you throw that piece away, consider MendInstead. Retail therapy is a real thing, and I get it, but often you can lend from a friend or buy it at a discount secondhand. A few popular resale sites to consider are Poshmark, The RealReal, there's also ThreadUp, and lastly Fashionphile, which is also B Corp certified. We'll talk more about that later. We know that fast fashion is horrible, but there's one company that takes the cake. Brandy Hellville. Brandy Hellville is the #1 company that everyone should avoid. This company spreads a culture of racism, anti-Semitism, and sexism. Their one-size-fits-all policy is the opposite of inclusion, and it has created a bevy of eating disorders all over the world. And please don't be fooled by their made in Italy label either, because even though it was technically manufactured in Italy, it was still produced in an all Chinese factory. If you would like to learn more about their practices, please watch the HBO documentary Brandy Hellville, The Cult of Fast Fashion. This documentary provides an enlightening view on how companies like these are pulling the wool over our eyes. Before you purchase something, just always ask yourself if you really like it or need it, or do you just want it because everybody else has it? When you do know in your heart of hearts that you just have to have this item, do try to find a version of it that's not so detrimental to people or the planet. Since the fashion industry produces up to 10% of our global emissions, it's important to practice quality over quantity. Since 3 out of 5 of our purchases will end up in a landfill within a year, this is crucial. Always check their website to see their commitments to sustainability and also that they have ethical treatment of their workers. That last one is important since only 2% of the workers who make our clothing are actually earning a living wage while being subjected to abysmal health and safety conditions. Have you ever wondered where all your old clothing goes once it's been donated or recycled? Accra, Ghana has become the dumping ground for fast fashion. Other countries bully them into taking our waste by threatening to impose taxes or take away their duty-free status. Ghana and other third world countries often lack the infrastructure to handle such waste. More often than not, these products end up incinerated, where they go on to deplete our ozone layer, which all of us share. Or they end up in the waterways, where they end up consumed by fish, who, guess what, are consumed by people. How ironic that the very port that brought the slaves to the Americas is the exact same port that is bringing slavery back to Ghana. If you're interested in being part of the solution and not a contribution to the problem, look for these fashion designation stamps. B Corp certification is the gold standard in sustainability and ethics. Under this umbrella, you must pay a living wage, contribute to carbon offsetting, and utilize sustainable packaging and sourcing. Next up, Ocotex, Global Organic Textile Standard. Blue Sign. Lastly, there's REACH. Finding certification when purchasing cotton is especially important. Cotton uses some of the most dangerous pesticides on earth, causing harm to workers and driving the extinction of our bee population. Another helpful thing you can do when you purchase any type of clothing is to make sure that it is 100% of the same fiber. That will go a long way from it ending up in a landfill. Of course, I can't talk fashion without giving some honorable mentions to the companies who are taking steps to help save the planet. The first luxury house to get B Corp certified status was Chloe. This was with Gabriella Hearst at its helm. Of course, now there are loads of other fashion houses offering sustainable solutions. Some of my favorites are Another Tomorrow, Ganni, Stella McCartney, and last but not least, Mother of Pearl. The designer behind Mother of Pearl is also the star in a fascinating documentary film called Fashion Reimagined. And if you are interested in learning more on the subject of fashion and its impact on the world, you can stream this on Apple. There are also a number of affordable companies offering eco-conscious solutions. A couple of my favorites are Good American and Quince. That's where I got these jeans. I think they're pretty damn cute. Please like and subscribe if you would like a more in-depth vlog on sustainable fashion brands. The fashion industry is projected to grow by 63% by 2030, putting unprecedented strain on our planetary resources. It is imperative that if you haven't already, start making steps to contribute to the well-being of our planet so that future generations will have a chance at enjoying it as well. And always remember, if it's good for the planet, it's good for you too.